Hey everyone, welcome to the Burnt Brass Homestead channel. Yesterday was forecasted to have storms in the northeast areas such as Delaware, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Maryland. We were just finishing up some chores on the homestead and putting away the flock when the sky turned black and large drops of water started coming down. Upon entering the house, or running into the house, we realized that the power was already out. It appears the storm was already causing damage before it reached us. So, no power. The question was, for how long? Initially, we did not attempt to run the generator, and upon checking the status of the outage, I was informed that the power would be restored within an hour or so. Actually, within 2 hours. No big deal. But I didn't want to wait until the power was restored before getting dinner ready, as it was already getting late. Luckily, I had duck baking in the oven almost 4 hours before the outage, so that was good. For dinner, we were going to have eggplant and cheese ravioli topped with duck meat and a white sauce, something like garlic, butter, and white wine. But that was out of the question with the outage, so instead, I just topped the eggplant, ravioli, and duck meat with spaghetti sauce. So I started my routine, my power outage routine of grabbing a water tote from the basement and setting it on its side near the sink, which would be used to do dishes as well as drinking water and to cook with. To cook dinner, I decided to use the portable stove instead of the Mr. Buddy heater. Definitely check out my video on how to modify a Mr. Buddy heater to use it as a stove, which is great for camping or for power outages. After dinner, we waited, but the power was still not restored, so my husband decided to run the generator for an hour to allow the refrigerator and freezer to get back up to the desired temperatures, and so that we could take our showers for the evening. However, he could not get the water pump to work. There just wasn't enough power coming from the generator for some reason to run the water pump. So instead of messing around with that so late in the evening, which was about 10:30, we decided to wash up in buckets. Yep, we sure did. We washed using buckets. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And we were clean. The question is, are you too good to wash up in a bucket or using a bucket? Anyway, we went to bed and woke up the next day with the power still being out. We went about our day as usual, except to brush our teeth, we used a cup near the bathroom sink. To flush the toilets, we used the gray water from the buckets we washed in the night before. And to prepare breakfast, I used the portable stove once again. Around noon, I received a text message from our electric company that the power will be restored the following day before midnight. But no big deal. We already had our meal planned. My husband was going to prepare the salmon that we had gotten from the market on the grill outside, since we cannot draw enough power from the generator to run the stove, to cook on the stove or in the oven. So for dinner, he started a fire on our do-it-yourself grill that he made in our backyard. But then we noticed that the power was finally restored in the evening. He ended up still cooking the salmon on the grill since the fire was already ready and the coals were ready to cook the salmon on. And also, the grill just adds additional taste to food. And that was pretty much it. No complaints from either of us during the power outage. We went about our day as normally as possible, and we actually enjoyed our day as if there was power. I personally use power outages as a means to identify areas where we can improve to handle longer outages. The longest outage that we experienced was 4 days, and it wasn't too bad. Thanks for watching.